Welcome. Today's day 14 of my personal transformation journey. Today we're going to be talking about the law of incremental progress. So I don't think there's any other way to make improvement in life other than incrementally. I mean, we can attempt to put some great amount of effort forward to make some dramatic improvement in our lives. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But usually what happens is we push forth a big effort, we try to start some new program, put a lot out there, and then we regress back to where we were very shortly thereafter. So speaking from experience, I've done this many, many times. Started a new program, I'm all excited, I get out there, I do it, and then I fall back into my normal course. So it wasn't until later in life I started learning that the only way to really get better is incrementally, one small step at a time. Now, this is not what I wanted to hear when I was younger. When I was younger, I wanted to just become awesome overnight. I just didn't have any patience. But all this time and energy I spent trying to find shortcuts to be great, what I should have been doing the whole time is incrementally adding a little bit every time or every day so that I would eventually become better. So these shortcuts and quick fix schemes, there's a lot of charlatans making a lot of money on that type of stuff. But in reality, the only way that we're ever going to get better is to just find something we want to achieve, break it down to its smallest component, and start right now, and then just add a little bit every day and incrementally improve. There seems to be a law written in the heavens that if you simply put your foot forward every day and do a little bit more each and every day, you will get better until eventually you will compound that together and it'll seem like you were doing this your whole life. I should write a book that's like 366 pages long. And the book you'll open it up and the first page will basically say, start now, start small, record your progress. And by the way, we provided 365 blank pages for you to record your progress. Because really that's as simple as it is. We overwhelm ourselves trying to come up with all these great things that we can do. Like going to the gym, for example. There's only really 4 basic movements at the gym that you really need to start with. I mean, you can get complex later, but going to the gym is really rather simple. It's 4 basic push-pull movements. That's all you need to get started. And it wouldn't take you more than 10, 15, 20 minutes to do that. So, and that's not a lot of workload, but you could start with that and just do that every day. And then as you get better, as you gain more competence, as you gain more confidence, then you can add more, make it more complex. The transformational power of gradual change allows us to become adapted to what we're trying to accomplish. We learn, we grow, we adapt to what we're trying to do. There's no way we could ever transform a slothful, lethargic lifestyle, a sedentary lifestyle, into a dynamic athletic lifestyle overnight. The only way to do it is by adding a little bit here and there, but more importantly is trying to get forward progress every day. So just a good example, when I first did the 365 commitment, I've gone through this process now 3 or 4 times. So when I first did it, one of my ideas was I wanted to become really good at push-ups. I hated push-ups. Push-ups have always sucked for me. I have reticent childhood trauma from push-ups in gym class where I could barely do a push-up and I looked really awkward and stupid, and all these other boys were doing these awesome push-ups. And I couldn't even do one. It was just embarrassing. So I've always in the back of my mind said, you know what, I'm going to become good at push-ups. So one day I decided, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of this law of incremental progress, and I'm going to do 1 push-up. So I did 1 push-up, and then the next day I did 2, and the next day I did 3. Now when I first started out, it was kind of embarrassing. I would meekly over in the corner of the gym do my 1 push-up and get up and run away. But over time, I started doing 25 push-ups, then day 26, then day 27. Pretty soon I wasn't so embarrassed anymore. By the time I got done with a full year, I was doing 365 push-ups in sets of 50. So I would do 50 push-ups like 6 times, and then I would end with a set of 65. At this point, I was no longer an amateur at push-ups. I was what I would consider close to competent in push-ups. I could do a lot of them, and I could do 50 of them in a row with hardly breaking a sweat. Now, when I got towards the end, I was getting kind of beat, right? But nonetheless, I mastered push-ups, not because I just became good at them right away, but because I incrementally improved over time. You can apply this to anything in your life. I remember one time I wanted to learn to memorize things better. So I started studying memorization techniques, and I learned a small technique. It was really stupid, but I just started doing that technique every day. And pretty soon I could start memorizing strings of numbers without much difficulty. I got to the point where I could remember a 10-digit number, and I could keep that in my memory forever. And then I added more and more. Pretty soon, by the end of the year, I memorized 1,000 digits of pi as a kind of a fun party joke. But I couldn't have done that initially. I had to slowly build over time this ability to memorize. So compare your daily progress to like a ship at sea. When a ship at sea propels forward, it keeps going forward even after the propulsion stops. And that's kind of what happens with you. If you're trying to get to a destination, the most important thing you can do is just make forward progress. So every little push forward, as long as you're aimed in the right direction, keeps continuously going forward. And just like a ship at sea, you're making progress towards your destination with each incremental improvement. The incremental improvements compound, and as they compound, you get better and better. So the best thing we can do is break down complex goals into the smallest achievable tasks that you can think of, and then just start doing those small achievable tasks. And don't worry how simple they are, just do it, and then add over time. So take advantage of this law of incremental improvement. It works. And hopefully you can find a way to achieve your goals as well.